From the center of the universe, Toronto, Ontario, Canada, this is the SDM Show with your host, Rob Cairns. The SDM Show focuses on business, life, productivity, digital marketing, WordPress, and more. Sit back, relax, grab your favorite drink, and enjoy the show. Here is Rob.
Hey everybody, Rob Cairns here with the SDM Show. It's great to be back. I kind of took a bit of a 6-8 week hiatus, just lots going on, personally, business-wise, professionally, and I needed to take a break and reset. And what I can tell you is the podcast is back stronger than ever. I've got 3 recorded guests coming up, and today's episode we're going to talk about security. It's hot in the news, and we really need to have that frank conversation. I hope you like the new intro, which you just heard, and there'll be some more consistent outros and lots to come down. So, sit back, relax, grab your favorite beverage, and listen as I give you some security tips to help you out in today's tough world. Hey everybody, Rob Cairns here. Today I want to talk about something that's come to light that we need to have a frank discussion between you and I about, and that's security. And frankly, that's computer security. And based on SolarWinds, website hacking, the exchange hack, and more, we need to start to take security seriously at this point in time. You no longer can afford not to. So, let's talk about some basics. Number 1. Backups. You need to do a 3-2-1 backup process. That means multiple backups, different types of media, on-site and off-site. The way I do backups typically is I keep a set on a USB drive, I keep a USB drive at a friend's, and I also keep a backup with a service called iDrive. And I really like iDrive. iDrive will do your PC and your smartphone. We'll do both. So that helps with backups of your data. Now let's go on to photos. Everybody says I've uploaded stuff to Google Photos. Not an issue. I actually keep my photos in 2 spots. Google Photos, and because I'm an Amazon Prime member, Amazon Photos. Amazon Prime gives you Amazon Photos unlimited storage for free, so why not? And then, again, I keep a copy on a USB drive, and iDrive backs up my Amazon Photos drive. So I have multiple copies of those as well. The reason you need to keep a backup off-site, frankly, is if something happens to your computer, fire, flood, theft, you need to make sure that you've got files somewhere else that you can restore on a new computer if required. So that talks a little about photos. Now, let's go on to SaaS services like Google. We all store things on Google, Google Drive, Google whatever. Google has a really amazing service called Google Takeout. And what Google Takeout does is export all your Google information into zip files, and then you can download them. And if you do it right and store them in multiple places, there's your Google backup, including Gmail, YouTube, Google Drive, and so on. I store stuff on OneDrive, but OneDrive is synced to my PC. And again, I make a backup of that on iDrive and back that up to a USB drive. So that takes care of that. SaaS products. Find out if your SaaS product has a way you can export the data. And if so, export it. And again, keep multiple backups on-site and off-site. Websites. Here's a biggie. I am in the website security business. If you want me to help you secure your website and help you back up your website, I can do that for a reasonable cost. I'll even take care of it for you. On websites, for backups, I do backups at the website level and at the server level. And I keep those for 3 months because we've seen cases where hacks have gone back 3 months. Now, that talks a bit about backups. Let's talk about passwords. It's time to get a password manager and make your life easy. in past, I always recommended LastPass, and they've had some unscrupulous policies and things like that lately. So what I frankly have gone to is I made a shift to Bitwarden. Lets you use a multiple device for free. I actually pay for it because I believe in paying for my password manager. And check out Bitwarden because it makes life real easy. And honestly, it's amazing. And I go even one step more than a password manager. I turn on 2FA, two-factor authentication. And I don't use SMS texting as 2FA whenever possible, just because we've seen SMS SIM jacking that's happened before in the industry, and I should do a separate show just talking about SIM jacking, which I'll do. But what I do is I use Google Authenticator for everything I do, with the exception of Microsoft apps. And by the way, you can use Google Authenticator with most apps. And then on the Microsoft apps, I just find it easier to use Microsoft Authenticator. And I have both my authentication programs on my phone. And I've downloaded the backup codes. So if something happens and I get locked out, I've got backup codes that I can get in. Very simple. Make your passwords strong passwords. Make them random. Why you need a password manager. Don't make them the same on multiple sites. Now people say, well, I've got a WordPress website. You know, the folks over at WordFence offer a free 2FA plugin. I use it. It works really good. Thank you guys at WordFence. Kudos to you for caring about the community. Or if you have the main WordFence, 2FA is built in, or the paid WordFence Premium, of course, 2FA is built in. So two-factor authentication, backups. Now, let's talk about updates. For Windows and Mac, do them regularly. Don't stall. There's security patches which can help you. On website, have a regime. I used to do website updates for clients once a week. I actually now am doing them 3 times a week. There's so much going on with plugins and plugin security that we got to be really, really careful. And I'll dive in again into web security in a future edition of the SDM show in detail to help you guys. And I'll try and do that next week. Beyond that, what you got to remember is you got to run your backups as frequent as possible. And I really recommend a cloud service because then you don't have to think about them. I hope that helps you out with some security tips. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to talk to all you again. It's been a long time coming. Rob Cairns, you have an amazing day, everybody. And you know what? We'll talk all soon. Love you all. Bye for now. Thanks for listening to the SDM show. The show is a production of Stunning Digital Marketing, and all rights are reserved. Rob can be reached by email at vip@stunningdigitalmarketing.com, on Twitter at Rob Cairns, on his website, stunningdigitalmarketing.com, and on his website there's links to all his social media platforms. This show is dedicated to my late father, Bruce Cairns. Dad, I miss you very much. Keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. Make your business succeed.